Hello students, I am Kavita Singh from Samarpan Gyan School and we will learn here 7th standard science chapter number 1 nutrition in plant. And today's topic is here photosynthesis, autotrophs and heterotrophs. In autotrophs plants are come, so plants making their food with the help of photosynthesis. Photosynthesis means what? Food making process in plant is called photosynthesis. Okay, and the synthesis of food in plant take place in leaves. Where? In leaves. Leaves are called kitchen of the plant. Okay, they are the kitchen of the plant. They can because food is cooked here. Okay, how? With the raw material. Which raw material? Soil, water, sunlight, carbon dioxide, chlorophyll. Okay, and the last class we learn about the stomata. What are the stomata? Stomata are present a tiny pores on the leaf, right? So therefore all the raw material must reach there in the there means in leaf. Water and minerals present in the soil are absorbed by the root and transported to leaves through the stem. Carbon dioxide from air is taken through the tiny pores present on the surface of leaf. What are the what called the tiny pores? Stomata. Very good. The leaves have green pigment called chlorophyll. Okay, it helps leaves to capture the solar energy. This energy is used to synthesize food by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, and the during the photosynthesis, chlorophyll contains cell of leaves in the presence of sunlight using carbon dioxide and water to synthesize carbohydrates. The process can present as an equation here. Okay, this is the equation of photosynthesis. Here you can see the carbon dioxide and water. With the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they can make carbohydrate means glucose and oxygen plus H2O. Okay, again carbon dioxide, water. With the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they make glucose. Glucose means carbohydrate plus oxygen and water. Okay, H2O, water also. So it is a equation of photosynthesis. In the chemical equation means carbon dioxide means CO2, water means H2O. With the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, they make carbohydrate means glucose C6H12O6 and oxygen plus water also. Okay, so it is the equation of photosynthesis. Now large amount of red, brown and other pigment in the leaf. You can see here in the picture. This is the purple color leaf. It is a sower plant, and here is yellow, something is brown, pinkish. So large amount of red, brown, pink, other pigment mark on the green colored photosynthesis take place in these leaves. Okay, but many plants do not contain chlorophyll. Hence, they are unable to prepare their food by themselves. Therefore, they rely on other plant and animal for their food. But some plants like cactus, they can make food without the leaves. How? Because their branches, their stems of the plant can also undergo the process of photosynthesis. Example is here cactus, right? Cactus do not have leaves, but they still exist there because their stem process the food on the plant, because green part of the plant is help to make food for the plant. Okay, so cactus is also prepare their food with own. Now I tell you just now, but many plants do not contain chlorophyll, that means they not make food by themselves. For example, cuscuta, right? Cuscuta, here is, you can see some plants live on other plant for their nutrition, like this picture. These green yellowish stems is whole covered, they covered the whole tree, so they nutrition from this plant. They are called, these are called parasite. The plant on which parasite plants survive are called the host. For example, cuscuta, right? You see here, cuscuta is a plant which look like yellow thread like structure. Sorry, this structure, yellow thread like structure, is twirling around the stem and branches of some tree. It lack chlorophyll but takes ready-made food from the host plant. The plant on which is climb is called host. This is called host. Since the deprive the host valuable nutrition, it is called a parasite. Okay, it is a parasite. So this is the heterotropous, because they cannot make their food themselves. Okay, now second example is insectivorous plant. Yes, insectivorous means they can eat insect, and they are also called the carnivorous plant because they cannot they can eat insect. The leaves, you can observe here, the leaves of these plants are modified into the pitcher like structure. Here, this one, it is a pitcher like structure. The top of the part of the leaves act as a lid which can open and close the pitcher. The pitcher contain hair in downwards direction which trap the insect. When insects sit here, it is some glue like structure are there and they can stick with it, and the slowly the lid is covered. The pitcher on capturing the insect creates some digest juices which help in the digestion of the insect. For example, pitcher plant. Okay, and this is called Nepenthes, and this is the second example of insectivorous. It is called fly traps. Now you can see here, this is the leaf modified into the here pitcher, and top of the leaf structure is changed into the lid. When insects sit here and stick here, slowly the lid is covered the insect, and insect goes into the inside of the pitcher and digest with the pitcher structure. Okay, and now next heterotropous type is saprophytes. Okay, saprotropous. Some organisms survive on dead and decaying matter and food and organs. Okay, they can survive on decaying food and organism. These modes of nutrition is called saprotropic nutrition. An organism that survive because of saprotropic mode nutrition are called saprophytes. Okay, now how do saprophytes obtain their food, obtain their nutrition? The saprophytes secreted digestive juice on the decaying and dead matter. Okay, this is the example of saprotropous. You can see this is a mushroom. This is growing on the dead matter, like dead decaying wood in a rainy season, and on that it is grown. Okay, the juice convert the matter into the solution. Okay, the saprophyte that observe the nutrition from the solution. For example, fungi also. Okay, saprophyte that can be found on the stale food, pickles which are exported to the hot and humid environment. You can leave the bread of slice of bread in a humid or a moist atmosphere, and you can observe after a few days you can find out that some fungi are grown on the slice of bread. So this is the also example of saprophyte mushroom, because it is grown on the dead and decaying matter. There are the different types of mushroom. You can see this is the also a Saprotropus because it is grown on the dead and decaying matter. This is the tree that is decaying. Okay, now our today's topic is finished here. We will meet into the next class. Okay, bye.